Well, they always tell us, you gotta look at what's gonna happen. So, if you're like looking at the quarterback, you're not looking at like what's gonna come like get you, like you can get cut easily. So, you gotta look at what's in front of you.
Is it easier? Is it easy to get hurt in that situation? I mean, how do you shut it off when it's coming to you?
Well, I mean, what they tell us, you want to get your hands on top of the guy's shoulder pads so we can like stop the force or whatever. So it's really paying attention to detail. If you don't, you can get cut every time.
How much? You think it should be taken out of football?
I mean, nah. I mean, it's football. I mean, things like that are going to happen. So, as a defender, you just got to do your job and get your hands, on top of the guy's shoulder pads, stop them.
Nick has used a lot of DB safety blitzes. What do you think about his ability to kind of get guys to do put people in position to make plays, especially maybe when that's not necessarily their what looks like would be their strength?
Well, our coaches, they do a good job at putting us in the right situation. I believe we got the best coaching staff in the country, and they just always they know how to put us in the right situation to make plays. So, I applaud them for that.
What's Saban like after 59-0, 66-3 wins? Is he more intense? More?
Yeah, I actually think those after those games it makes him more intense because he wants to see how we're gonna respond. You gonna come to work Monday, still hungover from Saturday's game, or you gonna come Monday, like a grown man and ready to work. So he's definitely more intense, after the games.
This may seem like an obvious question, but how important is it to win first down?
That's where you win the game right there. Because if you win first down, that changes the way how offenses think on second and third down. So that's the most important down. So
what do you consider a win on first down?
I consider a win 3 yards or less, so that way they can be in second and long, third and long.
Is that especially the case with a team that moves fast with a tempo kind of offense?
Oh yeah, it definitely is because if you stop them on first and right, teams can be balanced and they can pass or they can run. So if you put them in second and third and long, we can put our speed rushers in, and we can pull our ears back and go get the quarterback.
So once you get to third down, you guys I think have allowed 1 out of the last 23 third down conversions. What has changed between that and maybe Colorado State game where you allowed a lot of third down conversions?
One word, execution. Coach Saban always preaches about executing, and it shows you. If all 11 guys can go out there and be on the same page, and then nobody really convert on us. So all just goes back to everybody just doing their job.
How do you kill an offense's momentum when they do get all the way down the field and into the red zone?
Well, you just gotta. What's the word for it? You just gotta dig deep and gotta know what you want. So our goal is to limit teams to field goal rather than touchdowns. So
does your adrenaline spike up at that point?
Yeah, I would think so because the fans get louder and that definitely helps us out because it's hard for opposing teams to communicate things like that. So.
What does it mean for you to dominate your opponent? Dominate your box, dominate your opponent. What does that mean for you?
It means a lot. Coach Saban always tells us. I know he's been talking about defeating your opponent, and there's no better feeling to know that you just dominated your opponent from start to finish.
Is it weird to think 125-3 in 2 SEC games? Even for y'all.
Do you even think of it?
It's crazy, but when everybody comes out and executes and younger guys getting there and they're playing to the standard, it's possible.
A lot of young players have gotten the opportunity to play us because you guys have put teams away pretty early. How valuable, going back to your experience, it was having that experience at that young age, the game experience?
It's very valuable, and I think with guys being injured early on in the season, the younger guys got a lot of experience early on. So now when I get in there, it's just like walking the dog. So it's very valuable. I love seeing those young guys get in there and do their thing. So I love it.
The offense has been so efficient this year, but you guys are used to dominating. What's it like when that dynamic comes together every day in practice? Who's winning more of those battles?
It can, we go back and forth. One day offense may get us, and next day defense is throwing in them. So I mean, it definitely go. I mean, we're going hard at practice, every day. So I mean, it helps us out a
Is
lot.
that a new feeling around here? I mean, you guys are normally used to winning the majority of those battles.
Yeah, I mean, the offense has responded great, and they're taking their game to the next level. And, I love it because I mean that's all they're gonna do is make us better, and then the more points you score, the better it is.
Has Texas A&M become a little bit more balanced over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think they have. They got a good running back. He rushed for 1,000 yards as a freshman, so I mean, we got our hands full with him, and they got a lot of skill players at the receiver position.
Do you think your offense could score on your defense,
Come on, we played in the game.
or just like when it comes down to it?
Nah, I don't think so. For real. We won't let that happen.
If you were playing them in a game, how difficult is Jalen to defend because he's dangerous both ways?
I mean, I feel like we could stop him because I mean, we can't tackle him at practice, but you'll be able to put a hit on us. He'll think twice about keeping the ball in.
Sounds like you're tired of not being able to tackle.
Oh yeah.
How good is Christian Kirk when he gets the ball?
Oh man, he's deadly. When I met Christian Kirk at the opening in high school, and he was I think a junior still in high school, and he was like one of our best players on the team. Ever since then, I've been keeping up with him, man. He's a real special talent, so we're gonna have to do what we got to do, to try to limit him.
He was on your team at the opening?
Yes, sir.
What do you remember about what he was able to do there?
Man, when the ball touches his hand, he's a playmaker. So he's I'm sure he's gonna be looking forward to make plays against us this weekend.
So you gotta stay in your lane and not over pursue because he can cut it back on you.
Oh yeah, he's got it. He got the juice.
All right, thank you, Shaun.